drink some beer!
All right, we're back here on Liquid Measures, episode 1.7. And I'm trying to remember what episodes we have. We're back here with Jason, Don, and Wally. You may know him, you may not. If you've heard of Wally Palooza, then you've heard of him. If you haven't heard of Wally Palooza, where the hell have you been?
Yeah. And you need to find out about Wally Palooza.
So anyways.
Facebook. That's a good place to find out.
If you don't know about Facebook, what the hell are you even doing watching us?
Yeah, for real.
We on AOL?
And Wally gets points for the AOL. All right, up next, guys, we've got Founders Reds Rye PA. This is going to be a little bit different. It's a rye PA pale ale that is brewed with rye instead of barley. So I'm really interested to see what we've got here, guys.
I'm pretty interested in it. I mean, it's, you know, it looks good. I mean, we're gonna give it a try. I mean, great looking bottle. I mean, even right here on the bottle, it tells you 6% alcohol and 70 IBUs right on the label. So, you know, they're letting you know right ahead what you're in store for.
That tells you that they take pride in their brewing and that they're going to tell you exactly what to look for in the brew.
This is my first time having anything by Founders, so I'm looking forward to it.
You actually can't get it in Tennessee. That's it. This came from Kentucky. So we're going to give it a shot. What the website says, and I know we normally just dive into stuff, but we kind of just wrote this down. It's almost like an IPA, but it's just a pale ale. And just like Jason said, it's right on the bottle. We didn't need to print it out. 6.6 alcohol by volume, 70 international bitter units. So let's pop the top on this bad boy and give it a whirl. Right after Bar went Sarah gives us a close-up of the bottle.
Because you know you want to see it. And if you don't want to see it, you're going to see it anyways. Because we're going to put it right here on the screen for you.
Because that's what we do.
Look at that. Oh, so nice.
Oh,
So
nice.
Tilt and zoom. See that? See that? Tilt and zoom. You can't get that there anywhere else. Anywhere else.
Only Liquid Measures.
Zoom, and a boom, boom. Nice.
That's definitely a red beer.
That it is.
I've not had too many reds outside the other chili reds. So looking forward to this.
All right. Let's see what we got left. Straight down pour. See what it does. I hate you guys. You're weird. But we're not here to, you know, we're not here to just, you know, get drunk. We're here to actually taste the beer. So
Speak for yourself, man. I'm just joking.
That's later. That's later.
Well, it looks like we've got about 1.5 inch khaki head.
It's-
and it's good retention.
It is.
It's right there. It hasn't went
Look at
anywhere since the pour.
That is great. Oh, and I can't read through it. I'm happy.
Are we unfiltered here?
I'm happy. Look at that.
I don't think it's particularly unfiltered, but it's not a hazy, cloudy beer.
Yeah.
Another thing I can see is a lot of potential. Let's
Oh,
give this a
absolutely.
shot, guys.
That's got some lacing as well, so let's look at it.
It does. I was surprised. I wasn't sure if it was going to or not.
Grapefruit. Grapefruit right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Citrus zest, grapefruit.
I
I smell an IPA.
I'm actually smelling the grapefruit in there, and that's kind of hard for me. I mean, I've, you know, had this broken several times, so a lot of times I can't smell it. If I can smell it, most of you are going to say, it's some strong stuff. But
It's in there.
it is, but
Let's
I
give it
can
a shot.
smell it. Let's taste it.
See
See
what
what we
tastes
got, guys.
Cheers.
Now that's flavor right there, folks.
Yes.
That's some flavor. It's dry.
Afterwards.
It is.
Afterwards,
It's very
special.
dry.
It's dry, but it's still refreshing. It's crisp. That's the word I get, crisp. Very crisp.
I'm getting it once it hits through. You know, when it first hits, kind of hits me, and then after it rolls off the back, I'm really getting the crispness after it hits the back of my tongue.
Crisp, and there's even some initial, it's rich at first.
Yes.
Take that first initial sip, and I mean, it lingers, and it's a very nice linger. This is very good. I do enjoy this.
Oh, this is wonderful. I, it's a lot hoppier than I really expected it to be. I was reading it as just a pale ale, but it's bordering up there with those Indian pale ales with the
Yeah.
hops bitterness.
When I was smelling, when I took a sniff there, I was thinking IPA the whole time I was
Right.
smelling it.
I think the fact that I think they're doing a play on words here. Red's rye PA.
Rye PA.
So they used rye, but still kept the hoppiness in there. I kind of like that. I think it's a good thing.
And Jason, you're not very high on IPAs,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not very high on the IPAs. I mean, I'm kind of a traditional type beer drinker. You know, when I drink beer, I'm enjoying it with food. You know, I want to drink it. You know, not to necessarily just get falling down, but you know, I want to drink it to taste it and mix it with whatever I got going on. And IPAs to me are normally too bitter and too dry, and they don't quench my thirst. And I'm drinking a beer to quench my thirst. That was always been my standard. You know, from the first time I snuck my first beer to when I actually started buying them and drinking them. You know, I mean that's
last week, right?
yeah, last week.
Last
Yeah.
week. Well, this one I've got to say is surprisingly good. I was really kind of leery going into this one with the rye part of it, to be honest with you, because I'm the typical German type beer person. It ought to be barley, hops, yeast, and water.
I'm right there with you.
But this rye is surprisingly good. I think it gives a little lighter body from the IPAs. But it is just, man, it's like that middle. When you drink it, it hits you hard, but right in the middle, it's just that wonderful grapefruit citrusy, just smoothness. It's good. It's just good.
I'm really enjoying the taste. The only thing I'm having against it right now is, and that's with the IPA, it's too dry for me.
Yeah.
Once I get it down, it's just too dry for me. The taste is great. I mean, it's got a great taste on it, but it's too dry. You know, I feel like I'm gonna have to get up and go get some water, just to just to dry my just to get my tongue back. You know, because it's.
This is a beer you'd want to eat with red meat.
Yes. Yeah, if
You
I'm
want
going
to eat the beer with red meat.
yeah, I'm gonna eat the
You
beer.
want to chew on it and just eat that beer, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling
it's not quite thick enough to eat, but we're getting
Yeah, we are
This is pretty rich beer. I mean, I feel like I do have a mill already. I mean, it's settling in there.
Yeah, it's definitely there. The rye is it.
it's nice. I mean, the taste really
Yeah.
is. I'm really enjoying the taste of it.
Absolutely.
If it just wasn't so dry after the taste, I would buy this beer a lot.
And it doesn't give you that sweetness of the malted barley.
Right.
The rye just seems to tame that down quite a bit.
It does. You know, I enjoy some of the sweeter beers, but there's times when you just don't want it.
Yep.
You know, and for that time that I didn't want it, I would really, I would choose it, but still on that dryness. You know, I feel like I'm going to have to drink something after it to quench my thirst, and not just to quench my thirst, but because it's drying everything up. I mean, it's almost like it's even making me hard to talk right now because it's drying my tongue up so much.
Well, folks, in conclusion on this one, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think it's right up there with any of the middle range beers I've ever had, and 8.5 for me solidly.
For me, it's, and like I've been saying the entire time, the taste of it's great, and that makes me want to, go really high. But, and the smell's good, the color's good, but that dryness is really, it's getting hard for me to get past.
Oh, I understand.
It's hard. So
Everybody has their
yeah,
own taste.
and I can't quite go that high. I mean, but it's a really good beer, so I'm actually going to give it a 6.
All right.
Yeah.
Wally, what you got, huh?
I'm totally giving this one an 8. Fantastic, and I hope to find this again. Kentucky,
Lexington, Kentucky, at the Liquor Barn is where this came from.
my friends in Kentucky, you come down and visit me.
Yeah, so you got to remember this. I mean, any place that we're picking up these beers at, we're going to give you a plug. So if you want your name out there as a specialty beer place, give us a shout. Let us know. Liquidmeasures.info and hook us up. We will definitely get your name out there as we're getting our name out there to let everybody know, because, you know, it's one of the main reasons that we started this. We are tired of everybody just drinking Bud Miller, of course. You know,
Exactly.
I mean, it's not that they're not good beers. It's just that there's so many great beers out there. There's so many great ones out there, and it's hard to find.
Right, and in this area, we don't have that middle of the road. We've got your high-end beer snobs and just your people that just drink to get drunk. There's no middle of the road. That's where we want to fit in. We want to do it all. We want to give you guys honest opinions on everything that we've had. So that's why we're doing it. Folks from Kentucky, hey, this is wonderful. I think it's available in Virginia as well. I know it's not in Tennessee, basically because of our alcohol volume law.
So, Tennessee legislatures, think about this.
And
I'm not putting you on a spot or nothing. I'm just saying, you know, maybe we need to change some things around.
let's think
We're
about
Because,
it.
you
making
know,
change.
We like beer.
We're not just drinking beer. We're starting a revolution here. Tennessee, get with it.
This isn't Utah. All right, guys. So this has been Don.
Jason,
Wally.
Next time on Liquid Measures, drink responsibly, don't drink and drive, and guys, enjoy your drinks.
and remember, if you don't like it, it's not our fault.
That's right.
I like beer 'cause it is good. I drink